I had a client when I was in Southwest Florida. I was in Fort Myers. There was a real estate brokerage firm. They had a ghostwriter that, for whatever reason, they just weren't happy with, and they found me online. We ended up finishing their book, putting everything together. They ended up printing 4,000 copies within 3 years, and then over 7 years, they said that their book had brought to their firm 250,000, with people
Wow.
joining their firm and then creating their own brokerage under their umbrella. And again, they didn't sell a single book. They gave it all away to realtors, and then realtors read it. It was like a slow burn to be like, maybe I should join them. So they're paying a fee to join them, and then they're getting a percentage of every transaction that realtor does. And then when they build their own brokerage firm, they're also getting a transaction of what that brokerage firm does. And they said just from that book alone was probably 250K. So it's just,
Incredible.
it's just things like that. I have another gentleman. Um, he runs a networking group, and he did a book on, again, on a course that he was going across the country. You'd spend maybe 6 hours with him doing this course, maybe 20, 30 people in the room. And now he had a book to go with it. Now he's taken that book and he uses the principles in that book to teach people how to become coaches, business coaches, life coaches. And it's all based on those principles. So he's still, this has got to be, I don't know, maybe not even 10 years later, he's still using that book. It has, it's not just like, hey, I got a book and then, oh, another shiny object and he's gone.
Yeah.
It's like he's still using that. And now he's at a place where he's thinking of, when you join his coaching program, inside that cost will also be, guess what? He's going to license that material. So now you get your own book cover, you have your introduction, maybe chapters 1 and 2 are about you and how you got into your field, and then these are all the principles to apply to your business. And the last chapter is you about what's happening going forward, but it's all his content. He's just licensing it. So it's just going to keep growing and growing.
Yeah. Oh my god, I know the possibilities are endless. Like, the ROI from a book is just, it's just incredible. So they make this investment if they work with independent publishing, but yet it will pay off if they leverage the book the way that, in the ways that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
So,
It just comes down to, like I say, it comes down to just having that strategic plan
yeah.
when you're going to do your book. I mean, if you're coming in and and I had this many times, as people are like, yeah, I have an idea for a book. It's going to be this. And, their whole plan is, I just want to put it on Amazon and sell it. It's just like that, you know, okay. Do you realize like a million people are doing that every single day? Like,
Yeah.
how are you going to stand out and again, and I think a lot of people are starting to realize you're better off having a tribe. I think it was Seth Godin said tribe.
Yeah.
You're better off having a tribe of like 500 people who will constantly engage with you and purchase your content, whether that's book format, subscribe to a newsletter on Substack, whatever. And you can make a decent living off that versus, hey, here's my book and I'm trying to be a New York Times bestseller and reach everyone in the country. You only need like 500 people to believe and follow you. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that is so true. It really is, and it's just really, I think, getting into the mindset too, like, it's more of a marketing mindset. I don't think people equate books with marketing
Yeah.
necessarily, but that's really what this it's really a lead magnet, a book
Yeah.
that opens up all these avenues.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'll explain to someone. I'll be like, look, you have a course, and let's say you charge $1,000 for your course. And let's say you print 500 copies of your book, you give them all away, and 20 people out of 500 sign up for your course. That's $20,000. Or you could try to sell 500 copies for $10 and make $5,000. And guess what? It's a lot less effort to be like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. Here's my book, than it is to be like, hey, nice to meet you. You want to buy my book?